Yes.
Doc, is that cool?
Yeah, or Moratwe
I don't
is
like
also
it
okay.
when
Moratwe,
I don't like it when people get called by their profession. Because no one calls me by my profession, you know.
Tattoo
Clown.
artist.
What's your profession?
You see, that's why I just enjoy it, doctor.
I like doctor. I think there's a certain. It's cool. I want to be a doctor, like an honorary doctor.
Honorary doctor.
Yeah.
You want to be a doctor of something and not really do doctor things.
Yeah, I want the title.
You want the title.
I don't
Oh.
want the job.
Yeah. I'm
What
sure
sort
you
of-
can qualify online somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I can get a doctorate.
Professor.
Isn't that like online thing? You can become like a lord. Like you apply,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pay
yeah.
like a fee, and then they like make you a lord. You know.
Oh, I don't know.
But
about
Also,
that,
you
does
can-
that apply in SA?
In South
Can I be a
Africa?
lord?
Yeah.
But in SA they won't respect. They won't respect that title in SA.
Yeah,
Lord.
we don't even like respect people who have like traditional royalty. We're like, yeah, it's not the village here.
That's actually so true, yeah.
You're right. But ma'am, welcome to the Funnyness podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is us. This is our family. We just chill and we talk.
It's nice to have a doctor.
It's nice, yeah.
We've
We have
been needing help.
yeah, we needed medical attention
Oh no.
for a really long time. But I'm sure you get asked a lot about being a doctor, right?
Yeah.
So we won't
I
won't
do.
ask we won't bother with that kind of stuff. But interesting fact that she keeps on saying is you were in part of Miss SA. So we need to get that out the way right now.
Okay.
What were you doing and
What was I doing in South
Yeah.
Africa? You want the journey itself or like what it's about?
Now she was walking, you know. That's what they
okay,
do. They walk.
let's ask you
What is
the-
Miss SA to you?
let me ask in a way that's not so like, oh, how was Miss SA for you? Like
Yeah.
that's boring. But why the heck would you do it? Why would you do Miss SA?
Okay. Before I answer that, can I ask you your perception of
Sure.
what Miss South Africa is?
Miss South Africa is a pageant where I don't think it's 100% true reflection of South Africa because you apply, right?
Yeah, you do.
So it's people who want to do it. It's not necessarily that they go search the land for like South African gems. Nah, so I don't know. I just think it's a beauty pageant with the biggest title in the country.
Okay.
Because you get other Miss
What is
whatever.
the title?
Miss SA.
Yes.
That's the
title.
title.
Miss SA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
I
guys-
I don't know. Am
Do you
I
guys go to like America and like
Sounds
do
nice.
Miss World?
Yeah.
that
So
stuff?
yes. So basically, I'm gonna give the perception of what Miss South Africa is and why I entered, and then
Sure.
the end goal as well. So Miss SA is, yes, as you mentioned, a beauty pageant, but they like to coin it as a women empowerment program
okay?
now, especially because obviously beauty pageants are about beauty and can be patriarchal. So
Sure.
it's now being tried to be a little bit more modernized, and they make it more so about developing you as a young woman, utilizing the skills that you already have to basically make you a better you. Let me use it that way. So the women that do enter, yes, want to become Miss South Africa. There are a lot of prizes that come with it, of course, the car, the apartment, the money
Holy
that
shit,
you
get
get.
a car and an apartment.
Yeah, you do. But I
For
mean,
1
to be
year.
honest, it's just 1 year.
For
though.
1 year, bro.
It's only just
Beautiful.
it's just 1
Ah,
year.
this is
For
rough
1
stuff.
year.
You know how hard it used to be beautiful, bro.
For 1 year.
I'm so
You
disappointed.
deserve a house and a car.
For 1 year.
I was gonna
1
be like, why
year.
are we
You
not
get the
starting
car-
on my career?
Is the car for 1
Are you
year?
guys
bro?
feeling disrespected?
The car's for 1 year.
It's 1 year, yeah.
And
You
then
return it after
back.
that. Basically, it's a sponsored car. So you take pictures with the car, you drive around the car. I mean,
You
it's
selling
yours for the
cars.
year.
Essentially,
But
you are
essentially,
selling
it's
cars.
for social media.
Yeah, you are selling cars.
And then you win a 1 million rand, which is of course yours. So that's the
they
one
tax
thing
that?
that you do get taxed. I got taxed with my runner-up money.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it? How does it feel
Yeah.
coming second?
No,
What was people's
she's got a lot
response?
of
Wait,
other
I still
questions.
need to answer other
We're
things.
piling on now.
I still need to answer other things. To answer Anika, yes, when you win Miss South Africa or even become a runner-up, you go to Miss Universe, Miss Supranational, or Miss World. And that is the goal. Our recent winners are Zozibini, who won Miss Universe in 2019, and Lalela, who won Miss Supranational last year. So that is the goal, essentially, is the bigger platform that you get, you become a public figure, etc., etc. So that's what Miss South Africa is.
Wow. Is it like the movie Miss Congeniality?
Oh, I love that movie,
It's
but
my favorite movie.
it really is.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched it?
No.
You guys
Yeah,
look
I've
like
watched
you.
it. I've watched it a few times.
I haven't watched it.
It's a cool move. Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Sandra.
No, you should
Maybe I
check
did
it out.
watch it. It was just a long time
It's
ago.
about she's like an undercover FBI agent,
Yeah.
and then she goes undercover to
A beauty pageant.
yeah, and then they like beautify
catch
her, and
someone
she's like,
or-
oh, hot,
Yeah, she's going as a policeman, and then she has to figure out who's the person who's trying to sabotage and kill the owner.
But she's just a terrible fitted because she's like,
She's like a tomboy.
yeah, she's a tomboy. She's like very logical in her thinking, and then like they portray all
Yeah.
these women around her as like dumb and
Airheads.
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much.
Maybe I should watch it.
No, you'll like it.
Do you have to have like other qualifications?
Please.
Sorry.
Wait, what was I supposed to answer? Next?
Where are you now?
Where am I?
In terms of the question. I think you and Dakes' question.
Which one? Coming second.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I hadn't answered. Okay, yes. What was the question?
What are people's first responses to you?
What do you mean?
Like
When
coming
I
second.
coming second?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're the very first person to ask me this, so I don't know.
No, I'm asking because I've entered a few competitions in my
Yeah.
life, and I've come second a lot.
Okay.
But the problem is people always say like, they robbed you. No one is like, congratulations.
I
Like,
see.
they make you know that you lost. You didn't win. No one says,
Really?
well done, you came second. Yeah.
Well, I haven't had that experience.
So
I think
you're a winner.
you know what? Sometimes it's very important to be delusional in your life, but I think that no, like it's important.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think that I don't feel like I lost, because I think that, I mean, after the year I had a lot of exposure and similar opportunities as the winner, who was Lalela, so I don't necessarily feel
Wait,
like
so you
oh,
were
it was
number
like,
2?
Yeah.
So there was actually a top 3.
Sure.
So in our year was a very complicated year, but essentially there were 2 runner-ups, which is Zimi and I, and then Lalela won. And Zimi and I were supposed to either go to an international competition or whatever, but then there was like COVID and complications, etc.
Sure.
So we didn't end up going to represent South Africa on the international stage. But yeah, I mean, I guess now that's why I haven't mentioned this, but this is why I'm now doing Miss World South Africa, because I am planning
What
on
is
going
the
to Miss World.
difference? What is Miss World? Because I don't understand.
Yeah,
What's
it's difficult
Miss World South Africa? It's like
Good question.
Basically, let's just say it's Miss South Africa, but for the person who's going to go to Miss World. So
Okay.
let me just explain it in simple terms for people that don't follow pageants. But
Sure.
there's like 5 main big pageants in the world.
sure.
Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss Supranational, Miss Earth, and Miss International.
It's just like saying the same thing
I
5 times.
want to be Miss Earth.
Miss Earth is
So you want to
great.
be the most beautiful?
Listen to me.
My thing
You
is,
two
On
need
the
to
whole,
step up your game and get me there.
no. You know what?
This is a team.
I have a problem. I have
Okay,
an
what's
issue,
what's the issue?
Other planets and galaxies weren't invited to compete in Miss Universe.
Yeah.
We are the only ones competing in Miss Universe, and Earth wins every year.
Where are the aliens, bro?
How are the aliens?
know.
I think there's some hot alien hands
Exactly.
out
Bring
there,
the aliens in, then we'll see.
Oh my
I
word!
think it's unfair.
bro.
It is unfair. You're all right. You're all right.
But why do you think they make pageants? What's the? I know you said that they want to drive the narrative of empowering women,
Yeah.
but let's be fair. It is a percentage of women.
Yes,
that
it is.
represents. Let's be fair. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful,
Not for everyone.
good-looking, good shape. Yeah,
For everyone.
the beautiful, the good shape woman or whatever. You know, maybe even they touch on career women even. But then there's other women who are excluded from the thing. So what is the purpose of these pageants? What are we trying to achieve?
Yeah. How is that woman empowerment if it's excluding? like
So,
99%.
to be honest, I think that even for myself, like growing up watching them, I was like, I am not represented in the women that are winning this. Like all the previous Miss South Africas, I think before 2018 were like majority white.
Yeah.
Majority white, as you're mentioning, like very thin, all these things. And I didn't see myself in them. And I think that as time has moved on, I think it's, contributed by social media, whatever it is, people are definitely opening up more in terms of what the perception of beauty is. I mean, I think that even just last year, Miss SA allowed like pregnant, okay, not necessarily pregnant women, like 9 months pregnant, but like,
Wow.
Hey, going there 9 months, bro. 9 months.
You know what? You need to see what your face is.
Pregnant. That's wild.
okay, we're not expecting you to be walking on the stage 9 months pregnant, but if you've parented a child before, if you've been married, divorced, tattoos, piercings,
Oh, you're allowed.
it's
now.
all allowed now.
yeah, and you're actually
That's
allowed to enter now. And they say all body shapes can enter, but of course, a lot of the times people that do feel confident enough to put themselves like out there on a stage where people can really dissect you literally from the top to the bottom, unfortunately are people that are conventionally beautiful. So we aren't seeing, I would say, plus size women enter pageants because the world doesn't tell them they're beautiful, So it's a difficult one.
I think in the next couple of years, we'll see a lot of plus size people in pageantry.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's already
Tattooed
started.
girls.
They've already started entering like the modeling industry and the fashion
exactly.
industry.
Yeah.
So I definitely
Like we
think
never
that is
saw
a
them
good
on
thing.
ad campaigns, so
Yeah. Except for Dove. Dove was like one of the first, I think. Where
To do what?
They aired on TV, had like a plus size woman.
Okay.
And she was there in like her white panty and the white like sports bra next to the other people.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But it's like, I don't understand the beauty pageant. You can't, like, how do you put people together to compete with their beauty?
Especially when beauty is so subjective.
it is
So, like,
subjective.
when it comes down to judging, how do they judge you?
So, it's tricky, hey? So even now, I mean, even with Miss World South Africa, like the actual application process was a lot. And also I wasn't even in the country when I was doing this. So I had to do a T-ramp walk, as in catwalk.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to walk, not necessarily like a model, but walk confidently. I don't even know what you guys...
Do you practice your walk?
I do. I had to go for
Like
training.
night
Walk it
before,
like a
you
chocolate.
like,
No, I literally had to go for training. You know how people train to go for the Olympics? Like literally that's how pageantry can be.
damn.
People...
Yeah. So
T-ramp
you can
walk.
lose because your walk was
Exactly.
off on the night. Yeah.
Like
Or you
just
didn't pose
stumbled.
right.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then of course you're judged on the way you speak or articulate yourself. So your introduction video, what are you saying and what
So
are
you
your
won't win with my
credentials?
accent, basically.
So you can't come there.
Ooh-wee.
Hi, my name is Doctor. and and I'm. You can't do
Come
it.
from Northern Cape.
You can't do it. You can't.
Yo, wait, no.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh
tried?
my
FM?
word.
My name is Caroline. I just want to be a model. They're like, nah. Please, respect us.
Yo. I can't, I don't know. I'm not a judge. But
They charge you
How would-
articulation.
We
they
need to get the judges.
Yeah.
I have mad questions for them because, like, what's the
the
criteria
judges,
to
yeah.
win? Yeah.
Well, she's telling us. No.
Yeah.
So,
So,
from
like,
her experience, this is what
That's
she
what they
sees.
charge you on.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's a talent portion. Well, but this is for Miss World South Africa though.
Yeah.
And I was even
What's
telling.
your talent?
That's a very good question because I was like,
People like sing and
people sing, people who have actual like hobbies, then do those particular hobbies. But like, I'm just like, I need to now do something like karate or dance or something. I don't know how am I
person
going to be
has
doing that
hobbies
in 6 months?
And talents
wait.
at this big age.
So there's a talent portion.
There's a talent portion.
So it's not needed in your application. It's needed.
No, it was
at
neat.
the-
it's needed
So
on
you
the
must
day
have a
of.
talent also.
Yeah.
Can't just be beautiful. It's not enough.
What did you pick your talent to be?
I haven't picked yet. I need to figure it out. Like, I don't know. I have like 2 months to figure it out.
Why don't you rap?
I could rap, but I'm just not good. Where would I begin? Oh no.
What school did you? Where are you from originally?
My family's from the Eastern Cape, Matatiele, but I grew up in Midrand.
Okay.
Gauteng.
Which school did you go to?
Midrand High School.
Madrid High School. Okay.
Yeah, so I went to general public school, and then I went to Cape Town to do
study.
medicine, and then I came back.
Now you're practicing medicine.
Yeah.
It's a nice life, doctor.
What medicine
no
do you want to
pressure.
medicize?
Medicine?
Yeah.
Hey, you're making up new
What field in medicine? Like,
So I went into medicine because I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
oh snap, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds superficial, but
I'm so glad I know
You
you.
help people who got burnt. You help a lot of
yeah,
people.
you do, and I think that's the thing. Yes, sure, there's a plastic side of it, the BBL side,
Yeah, sure.
the things that are in media,
Oh, it's
and
good.
but then the reconstructive side is there as
Yeah.
well. But like now that I'm actually practicing as a doctor, I'm just like, a surgeon's life is a hectic one. Like we do like 36-hour calls at a time. You're just never home. Like, I don't know if I'm willing to put myself through that for like another 6 years.
Yeah.
Because it's specializing, so you kind of go off the radar for another 6 years. I'm just like,
So you're okay with being a GP now?
no, I don't think I'll just be a GP. I'm trying to see if I can get into dermatology, but I'll see.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Still very proud of you. Still glad
Thank
that
you.
I know you. Even with dermatology.
Yeah.
Well, what the heck does that mean? It's not like a young to support. Yeah.
Even if she goes,
Yeah,
if she goes
dermatology.
into plastic surgery,
Anika
I'm
is
here
gonna
for it.
get
If she
free
goes into
plastic
dermatology, I'm
surgery.
still here for it.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
like, yeah,
Would you
just
do
no
plastic
dermatology.
surgery, Anika?
Yeah, why would you even want to fix?
I don't, like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, yo, like I could do this. I could like, add
Really?
here or there. And then I get really into thinking about it and I'm like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with people knowing that I originally looked like this and now I look like this. And it's so obvious that like there was a change. you
Okay.
know? I also feel like a lot of people would regret it afterwards. I watched Botched on TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like people and like they go for like plastic surgery in like Colombia and then their noses are like, they're like
Yeah,
super
those things are
short
loud.
and like pinched in and
Yeah.
someone had a boob but the boob migrated. There's like a lot of things that could go wrong here. I'm not willing to do that to myself.
My thing
Yeah.
is like I would change so much, né? But that's the thing, like I would always change it.
What?
You know?
Yeah.
What would you
I'm
change?
glad I wasn't involved in the process of making this because I'm so fussy.
Is it?
If I was there, I would still not be born today. Change this.
Oh my word.
So I'm glad I wasn't involved in that process.
Yeah, like what if you go with like an intention and then you come out and the doctor made you look so much
Then
different?
you try again. You've already done it once, bro. Now you must go on.
And yeah, I mean, of course, it's so expensive, so it's not like you can go back and fix it.
Yeah, and like if you get a nose job, Dakes, like your cartilage goes hard, so they
Yeah.
stop operating on it at a certain point. They can't fix it.
And you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you have enough money, I think. If I had the money, yeah, bro. Like you bored with your money.
what would
have
you change?
Yeah, what would you change?
Everything.
What's everything?
Bro, if I could be in a different body, I would do that.
Okay, just pick one thing you could change.
Nah, that's unfair. You can't give me one thing to change.
Thanks.
Might as well not give me anything to change. One. That's so evil.
He hates his body.
Yeah.
Can plastic surgery bring back your hair?
Yeah.
Yes, it can.
There's hair transplant.
There's hair
bro.
There's so many
transplantation.
now.
They go to Turkey for that
On
shit.
hair like yours.
Yeah.
I'll give you some of my hair.
Thank you.
No, but you know what? Now that I'm looking, you can take this
Yeah.
and implant it here.
I want I want my hair to go long.
Wait, I need to tell you this, right? If you ever go to Turkey, when you come home back to South Africa, you see all of like I'm not even gonna generalize. It's Indian men, like middle-aged men. and you see them and their heads look so nasty.
Oh.
Because
What?
it's like purple and bruised.
Oh, yeah.
And they have like the hospital bandages on, and it's like fucked up, disgusting
So
looking.
they went and
I'm
sold
so
their
sorry.
scalp.
Why?
And it's because it's from hair transplants.
So they go there specifically for that?
Yeah, because
They
like
go
Turkey's
do-
really good at it.
Do they go do it there or do they?
They go for like a holiday, and then they land up going there for the hair transplants. But it looks so ugly, Mazizi.
But isn't it initially?
But yeah, but if you do it, we wouldn't be able to see each other.
Yeah,
for like
the healing
6 months
process
to a
is
year.
not nice.
Yeah.
I'll vomit on sight, Mazizi.
Yeah.
It's gross looking.
6 months.
So bad.
That's crazy.
I
But
need
I'll
you to
have
see
hair
it,
for the rest of my life.
After that,
Stuff it. Then
bro, you can't oppose God's will, bro. If God don't want you to have hair,
God-
He's coming back for that.
God's unfair. He took my hair when I was a teenager.
Oh.
God, come on. Jeez. Let's work on
Now you go
something
do a
here.
transplant, God says.
God.
He takes it again. The
Oh my
second
gosh.
The return of the man.
coming.
The bundler returns. Yeah, that made me laugh.
Yeah. I feel like there should be more competitions for everything then if there's beauty pageants. Maybe you can enter, like best mpandla.
Yeah.
What's a
No.
pantla?
Bantla is like a
Joshua door. What
no,
do you call it?
A toilet bowl.
Yeah. You know when you
like when
listen,
you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joshua Door.
I like my biggest dream in life is to have hair forever. And like I know I'm losing it.
You are?
Yeah, but I'm
Get a
holding
wig,
on.
a toupee.
No.
But you said you wanted hair forever, so just
But it's going, I know. I'm doing a lot better than my father though. 'cause wait, like at this age his was gone.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
There's still a little bit.
Nah, when I was 17, it disappeared. Like, I went to go cut my hair, and then they did a trim, obviously. 'cause I used to- Then there was a patch here. I'm like, what the heck is wrong? These guys messed my hair up. Try to fix it. Patch was bigger. And then it just went.
Ooh.
Before I even matriculated, I was gone.
Damn. I'm an old man.
That's so sad. I'm sorry.
It broke my
yeah,
heart.
just the
In high school
Yeah.
looking like an absent father.
I was a drunk uncle in high school. Bro. I was like, I was gone, bro. The teachers were like, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's crazy.
You
So-
guys are not okay.
tell me, what do you ever have friends come to you for like medical?
Oh, not just friends, family. I think it's more
Everyone.
family than friends, to be honest.
So you know everyone's problems.
No, I really
Internally.
do. I really do. Sometimes you don't want to know the problems because,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Do you think people take advantage? Okay, do you think people of color take advantage of people in positions like that?
I mean, I can't say they take advantage because, to be honest, I'm the first doctor in my family, so I understand not knowing, especially when you're like panicking, you're like, oh, my cousin passed out in the bath or whatever.
Sure.
Like, then they call me. So that I completely understand because who else are they going to call?
Sure.
Other than, of course, the ambulance. But people also, people of color, just generally, we are coming from poor backgrounds. So
Yeah.
we don't have access to like, that 500 rand to pay the GP, or you don't have medical aids.
Yeah.
And
So
that's like irrespective of like your pharmacy bills, your medications and stuff.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And I mean, I'm from the medical profession, so I know how much we charge.
Sure.
I know how much a lot of doctors just like take advantage of just the situation, you know,
Sure.
like you can tell the patient, oh no, come back next week, or my consultation fee, even just like something small, like let me just use a small example, like you just, hurt your knee, get swollen, a knee aspiration, whatever. That thing is easily done. I can do it like in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But going to an orthopedic surgeon, for example, will quote you like 4,000 rand for that. So like those are like the small things where
are just like
because we
mechanics,
know because we know your skill is so rare, people just overcharge, and like who can pay? like the amounts that some of these doctors charge. So I get it. I do.
Are you strictly like into like Western modern medicine, or do you believe in like more traditional stuff?
So I think which one?
The witchy juju.
The witchy juju.
Sangoma stuff.
So I don't actually know enough about it to like the especially Sangoma things. I don't know enough to really comment.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Western medication and medicine in itself isn't the end and be all. Like I feel like people get better actually way more than just like actual medication, because a lot of the things we're giving is like a placebo effect,
Yeah.
or it's actually killing you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, okay, we're not trying to kill you, but what I'm trying to say is like, for example, all the painkillers that we keep giving people who have arthritis or like pains everywhere is killing your kidneys.
Yeah.
And then eventually when you're 40, you have chronic kidney disease and you need a kidney transplant because you've been taking all these meds.
But you know what I
So-
also find? I find like doctors will always prescribe the highest level of medication, the strongest level of medication to you.
They
And
want to
then
fix you, bro.
I'm just out here like, because like if you get like a knee injury, like they
Yeah.
give you anti-inflammatories.
Yeah.
But now you go back and you have a headache and you try and take Panado and the Panado doesn't work. That's what
Yeah.
happened with me. So I can't take Panado because it's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's like sweets that taste bad. It does fuck all to me.
Oh, wow.
So I have to constantly be taking anti-inflammatories, but anti-inflammatories make you bruise so badly. And to like bring yourself down to like, you know, that paracetamol level.
Damn,
It's
you
a
know a lot
long
about
journey.
these pain meds, bro.
Panados work
I'm
like
in
a
pain
dream for
all
me,
the
bro.
time.
Really?
I stay away from meds.
Yeah.
So when I'm desperate, then they work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stay
I
far
need
away
to.
from medication. I hate
I
it.
do, as a doctor, recommend to not take medication.
I stay far.
If you
from
can.
that stuff. That stuff is bad. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so that's why Panados still work. On
Yeah, for me also.
You're
Exactly.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to
Are
take
you on the
any.
strong stuff now?
I am, dude. They
Are
gave
you?
me
What others work? Schedule 5 is the strongest.
6 is the strongest.
God damn
Schedule
it.
6.
Using schedule 6 stuff.
I'm using Stilpain.
What's that? What schedule is that?
So that's
think
schedule
it's-
6. It's
God.
post-surgery painkiller.
You're a drug addict.
Dude, it's rough out
You're a
here.
drug addict.
It has effigy, so like people
Yo,
fight
yes,
for it.
yes, effort.
Effigy.
Oh,
Oh my
Does
gosh.
it have ephedrine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I think cancer patients
Yeah.
take it. People come out of surgery, take it.
It is. It. The thing is also, it's also just very highly addictive. Like just yesterday, I had to write a script for my granny, and she asked for tramadol and still pain
Yeah. I prefer
and
tramadol.
sleeping tablets.
tramadol is fire.
Tramadol's fire.
And I told her,
Yo, you said that.
and I don't even know. I've never taken. I've never taken any of them, so I don't even know.
You
I've
want
never had
some?
to.
I find with like still pain, it just makes you drowsy, so you'll end up sleeping, but the pain is
Yeah.
still there. So still pain's not like practical if you want to get rid of pain and then go to work.
Nigga, what pains are
I
you?
have like my double hip injury, so
From doing what?
come winter, because I used to play a lot of like it's genetics, bad genetics, and then sport,
What did you play?
hockey.
Oh, you
Oh,
you told us
okay.
this
Yeah,
before, yeah.
yeah.
And
have
you
a
injured your hip.
So what
hip.
happened?
So the cartilage in my hips is worn.
Oh.
So it's just the joint that.
Oh,
like,
yes.
shapes, basically.
Oh.
So it's terrible. So I
it does
took
not-
the
Yeah.
high stuff, yeah. But when I got my tonsils,
But now how does
removed,
that-
I took tramadol and Tremacet. Also highly addictive, but it's
Yeah.
just the bomb.
Nice, bro.
It's just trauma.
Yeah.
It heals you.
Wait.
Like you could be heartbroken and you
Is
take
there
it
no
and
way
you're
of fixing
fine.
There's
your
the
Like a hip replacement.
Yeah.
But
You get
then-
another person's hip. You put
No.
in your hip.
No, sweetie. I don't
They
think
repair,
no. It's okay. It's okay. We're not laughing.
they repair your hip. You know they make spare parts for humans.
it's like maybe
Like 3D printers.
Yeah, they make spare parts.
from porcelain and titanium, I think.
So it's basically just manufactured parts. I actually wish I could show you a picture,
Spare parts.
but like
Spare parts. It's like parts.
So there's a Brian
Body-
Soweto
They
there's a
remove-
body-
who's
there's a
selling
body
hips.
shop. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a guy there in the hood. It's good. I've got one hip, one hip.
But I think you
One
have
hip.
to learn how to walk again
How old
to
is
get
she?
a
Yeah.
hip replacement.
Now they give
Yeah.
you some dudes.
No, I actually had not necessarily a hip replacement, but I had a friend who had hip surgery, but they just fixed like the cartilage inside. And we were in fourth year of med school. So that's like, she was 21.
Yeah.
She took a long time to like learn how to walk again and everything. And essentially it just increases your risk of getting arthritis,
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
not fixing it also increases your risk of getting arthritis. So it just in general, it's just
I'm a
just
hold
bad.
out until bionic.
Arthritis
parts
is the
become
one.
a thing.
I know arthritis. I know.
Why did you do that with your hand?
What was this?
No.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do that.
Oh my God, Dace, you're gonna get us cancelled.
I'm concerned about you and your hips.
You know what?
So
It's just old hips, bro.
So they're
Yes.
honest.
She was-
Their hips don't lie.
my hips are live. Yeah.
It's just old hips, bro.
Yeah, so like your granny's hips are in me. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Like my granny.
I'm gonna get
Like
the
my
robot
granny.
hips.
My granny. When we got to the doctor, the hip was broken. The hip was broken. Then
Okay.
she told the doctor that she fell
Yeah.
and broke her hip. But I heard that hip breaking. That's why she fell. hip
So the
was
hip
old.
broke and then she fell.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you heard it?
Yeah, I did break.
Yo.
And then what happened after that?
The hip was
Was this like
They
with
just-
artificial hips or like her normal bones?
like that was just a story.
Wait. So you need fake hips now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to replace that.
But I don't
Then you'll
mind.
be
I
off
don't-
tremazine, tremonos,
Tremazine.
tremala.
Well, I
and
don't, I
still
don't
pain.
take it like all the time. Like I'm doing this thing where I'm trying not to take any
Have
medication.
you tried rubbing it directly on the hips?
just dry powder.
Just like
Just absorb.
Rubbing water in the hips. Why?
The pills.
Catch me in the kitchen mixing with olive oil, just slapping it on there.
say, I don't. Have you tried it? If you haven't, you can't knock it. What if it works?
The doctor was giving
Wow.
her the advice, telling her to get the hip.
I'm gonna write you a script
Oh.
for hip. Must rub Zambak. Still pain.
and Rama.
I haven't taken.
Tell us how it goes,
I haven't
Anika.
taken like pain medication in this year, actually.
Can I ask
Oh,
you a
that's
personal
great.
question? On your period, do you take painkillers?
No.
Okay.
I just-
They're
I
not
just-
bad then.
No, they're terrible. But like
just push through.
I'm trying not to, because I want to get down to the panado level, you know.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to like push through it. And I also I
What do
read
you
somewhere-
what can women do? Because I know that taking meds every month is just not vibes.
It's not nice, but to be honest, you first need to decide or figure out what is causing the period pains, because period pains are not necessarily normal. So there's usually an underlying issue, fibroids. Yeah, so dysmenorrhea, we call it dysmenorrhea. It's not supposed to be so debilitating that you can't function.
Yeah.
And I also have similar problems, back pain, nausea, vomiting, everything under the sun. But I started taking a supplement recently, and I think it's actually helped me quite a lot. But it's not Western medicine, and this is what I actually wanted to answer: is that it's actually I think I'm not sure if it's an Indian herb, but it's ashwagandha,
Yeah.
which is a herbal medicine that is from. I think it's from India, if I'm not. Don't quote me, but and it's not medical advice. But I'm trying it out because I was like, you know what, I can't deal with this like medication popping pills every month the whole time. So I'm trying it out, and honestly, they've reduced like I think by 80%
Yeah.
in terms of the pain.
I think natural medicine is
So
great.
yeah,
I have a cure.
Marijuana.
100%.
what's the cure?
It takes the pain away,
What's the cure?
but only for 9 months at a time.
Yo,
And then when that 9 months comes, you're in the most pain.
exactly. No,
I do know like with like girls who have really bad period pain, it's because like they could have like endometriosis. Or, so that's when like your
I know it.
uterine lining
Yeah.
I know that one.
grows.
Oh, you know.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
You have
Why do
it?
you know that one?
Yeah, I used to have it.
Oh,
How did you fix it? Like how did you
what
do it?
happened?
I took the Zambak, the still pain, and I rubbed it.
Where did you rub it on?
My uterus, bro. God damn, asking me personal questions.
Yo, wow.
Now, I don't think a doctor can fix this. That happens on this podcast, but
Yeah. I just want to ask. I'm just about the ignorant questions because I don't think we know, and that's the problem, right? Is that we don't know enough about our own bodies, which is alarming because we spend a lot of time learning about the world and the world systems, but we don't, especially in school, we don't learn enough about our own bodies so that we know when we need to take care of ourselves, what to preventative measures.
Yeah.
So we don't need the medication and all of these surgeries and all of these things.
Yeah.
So that's I know I'm being silly on the podcast, but genuinely there's just ignorance.
But I think that comes
Out there.
with Western medicine. Like Western medicine doesn't teach you. Because like if you think about like more traditional stuff, like when you were a kid maybe, like if you were sick, your mom went out, she got like specific herbs or she got specific things. No?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying I'm speaking from a generalistic point of view, is just that we don't know enough.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that we results in us spending more
Yeah.
and investing more. I mean, look at medical aid.
So
Look at all
Yeah.
these things.
I
you're
think
saying
it's money.
doctors' jobs are
making.
useless.
Medical
I'm
aid
not
is
saying
expensive.
but I think when it's critical, yes.
Yeah.
But okay, think of COVID, for example.
Yeah.
COVID for me was when I realized we are really ignorant people. Because when COVID hit, everyone was saying vaccine, vaccine. That's the solution. Why couldn't they push healthy body, healthy living, healthy lifestyle? Because had you had a good healthy life prior to COVID, and your body and your immune system was strong, when it hit, it would have sucked still, but it wouldn't have been that bad. Instead, we're looking for things after the fact. After now we must take a vaccine or whatever. Why couldn't we just rely on our bodies are powerful machines?
I think it's because keeping the masses ignorant and unaware makes you money. Because
Yeah,
it makes
it's
them more
bad for business.
susceptible to
The
believing whatever you
information
tell them.
is like it's bad for business.
Yeah. Like
if we know too much.
If you get the flu and I'm like, nah, Mazizi, I'm going to sell you this antibiotic and you need it because there's nothing else out in the world that's going to help your flu.
Yeah.
You're going to believe me and then you're going to keep on buying from me every time you get sick.
Even like when you just want to get off work and you go to the doctor, they check you and then the doctor's like, it's very bad. It's very bad. Yo!
Meanwhile, you're fine.
Yeah, I was just bunking. Hey.
Wow.
Then you come from hospital, you come circumcised again, bruh. And all you wanted was a day off.
Nah, I don't know. What? Okay, in your opinion,
Yeah.
how can we as a people be better and address this issue of ignorance? Because yes, as much as yes, you're right. Pharmaceutically, they need you to be dumb for them to make more money. But at the end of the day, it's my choice to be dumb. How do we remedy that, Doc? How do we fix that?
So you're saying in general, like you don't know how do I put it? You don't know what to do in the event of getting sick with a specific sickness, or how to prevent the sickness from happening.
I'm saying the issue is that we're ignorant, right?
Yeah.
How do we get over that? Not necessarily specific cases of illness or preventing, but the ignorance of people. How do we probably educate people on like, bro, you can't take care of yourself before you're gonna need to go do this and go do that?
Yo, it's hard for me to answer that, because for me,
Is it a government issue? Is it a schooling issue? Is it a what level can you attack this problem?
Everywhere then. I think it's everywhere. Yeah, because in school, I feel like in school, to be honest, what did we learn? Because even with myself, like now it's tax season and I need to do these things. I don't even know how to do my taxes. And I'm like, what exactly did I learn in school? Because I know I'm an adult, but I know nothing.
Learning. School is a place where you go to learn.
I think school should have stopped after we knew English and maths.
You think so?
Then we carry on with everything else.
I feel like
Because
school,
everything else, what's the point of it?
I feel like school should have at least had 5 more grades.
You?
That would have been nice.
No.
You want to add?
Yeah,
Oh no.
there should be like primary school,
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
and then it should be school tertiary. And then there's
Yo.
another education.
No
I say
ways.
it ends at prime.
Like
Grade 7,
now.
you done.
This is now the serious school now. Not like
No.
university, it must be like school.
What are we gonna learn in that school?
Now it's like more learning.
Like more about reality decks or just
Grade
just
7.
learning?
A few more
Finish.
years would do the world a lot of good. They're forcing us. You know, like these chickens that get forced to grow
Yeah.
so that we can chow them.
Yeah.
That's like us. They want to just prepare us. Go work, guys, go work.
But I think grade 7, right? And then we start to figure out what we can specialize
Okay,
in.
but
No, but are you too young
who
to make
you
life
were in grade
decisions?
7 and who you were in matric, like you would not have made those in grade 7. I wanted to be.
I feel like in grade, I feel like
I
by
don't
matric
know.
I was just
I didn't
making
even-
choices because I had no
Yeah.
I
choice.
wanted to be like a chef also.
then it
I
could
wanted
have been
I wanted to do everything.
But I think you're too young to make life choices in grade 7. But
And then you get to 18 and you understand, okay, well,
What
I
I'm
can't,
saying,
I
okay,
can't do this.
either
I can't do
that, ne? Either
I can
we
do that.
end at grade 7, right? Or from grade 8 we learn actual real things like tax and all sorts of practical things. Because feels like grade 8 to thinking, I mean
teach you
trigonometry.
that. They teach you that maths literacy.
I never did maths.
What did they teach in maths?
They do like taxes
Oh,
and
really?
like life skill stuff.
Maths,
You know?
Yeah, then
maths
I
literacy.
this is why I don't
Yeah.
know
I never
anything.
did maths
Then
lit.
Yeah.
we were doing algebra and trigonometry,
Yeah, we're doing
which added
trigonometry,
nothing
yeah.
yet to my life at the
'Cause
moment.
I know in like maths lit, like there was a section where people did like how to do your taxes
Oh.
and like what your tax bracket was, and then they would give you, okay, this is your
No
salary.
wonder people were
And
failing
you-
maths literacy.
You
bro.
work out your tax brackets and stuff. That's the practical knowledge that you want.
You did maths lit.
Okay, I did pure maths until the second week of matric, and then I got scared that I was going to fail pure maths, so I switched over to maths.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you like doing directions, do you have trouble distinguishing left and right at
Yes,
times?
definitely.
I do, but that's always been a problem
That's,
for me.
that's
Why?
a general-
I found that as an underlying thing. What? Let's let people. They have to check. Oh, left.
What?
They have to do-
My steering
They have to
wheel.
do that. Yeah.
I've
I
never
found
heard
it
of
as
that.
I'm not. I'm doing research. This is my thesis. Maths
Wow.
people don't know left from right at times.
But that,
They have to check.
It was like that before I did maths lit.
I'm just. Did
Like
you,
sit
the
down.
question was, did you do maths lit? Answer is yes.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't count, Zizi, because I did maths lit for like 9 months of my schooling career.
Ask everyone who's done maths. Everyone you meet on the street. Ask.
She's probably also
Wow.
Those two
probably
questions.
also that person when she's driving with you in your car and giving you directions.
Yeah.
She's like this way,
Yeah.
not left. Or
So true. Mazizi knows.
I
Maths
have to
lit.
watch the road.
So you say this way, which is the opposite way?
No,
Was it like-
No,
point
instead
where he
of,
needs
instead
to.
of saying left
I
or
don't
right.
say go left or right. I'm
This
like,
way.
just go this way.
This
Oh,
way.
I see.
That's way.
You see,
I think you should do more research. Maybe there really is
maybe
like
there's something there. I don't know. I'm gonna carry on.
I struggled with maths lit.
I need to-
It was because with pure maths, like they teach you, you've got to go like deeper into like your equations and everything. There's like a deeper understanding. And then I switched to maths lit so late, so I couldn't change my brain's thinking to be like, the answer's just simple.
Oh, I
there's nothing more to
see.
it. Those questions for 10 marks and that's just the answer. I was like, no, there has to be more.
Question it.
Struggled.
You see, that's a problem. I think women are generally too suspicious to do maths. They're like, solve for X, solve for X. X, what was X doing? X didn't come home last night. X is sleeping with who? X, ma'am. X is equal to. And the limits approach infinity. Women can be very good at maths. They just need to channel that energy.
Are you saying women aren't good at maths?
You're too suspicious. You don't worry about things that you're not supposed to worry about.
So we've got to conclude. Sorry, we talk
Oh.
a lot of nonsense. In terms of value and in terms of not necessarily legacy, but what would you like to impart to people who listen to you, who actually give you a chance to hear whatever you have to say?
Is this in general?
This is the part of the pageant where you know, then you must say something.
Yeah.
Do you want a proper? Do you want a pageant answer?
No, not
or
pageant, like a real thing. Like
Yeah.
if I sit down and listen to you, like if I'm listening to this podcast, for example, because of you, what would you want to impart? Just nothing specific, just a general piece of information, piece of wisdom, piece of whatever it is you have in your mind and your heart.
Piece of wisdom. It's a very good question. I think that what I would tell people to do early, honestly, is what I'm learning now as a 26-year-old woman is to start early. I know that it sounds, I don't want to go into the doctor route, but like honestly, always start early with like exercise and eating right. Because trust me when I say that there's a lot of people chilling in the wards and they're dying because of their young adult decisions. So like drinking every single day. The next thing you've got like pancreatitis and you're on your deathbed. I'm not being dramatic. Or like, you know, the smoking, all of these things. I feel like, yes, as a culture and as young people, we're like, oh, let's have a good time. But like when you're alone and your health is in dire need, like there's no one coming to visit you. And like it's a very sad state when people are on that bed and you're like the only person as a doctor that people have because family doesn't come, friends don't come, and you're alone.
That's so sad.
It's like very depressing. I don't want to go there, but like, yeah. It's just something that I experienced recently because I'm now in internal medicine. And when I tell you that, yeah, it's hard when, you know, it's someone that looks like you or it's like someone that reminds you of your brother and you're like, wow, this person is about to die and you have to tell them that. Or just in the ward recently, I was called to certify a patient. It was someone who had cancer already, so we were expecting them to die. But like being the person that tells the family, oh yeah, your dad died, is not easy. So
How do you desensitize yourself to that? To like working around people who are sick and gonna die or have died? Or
I don't know if I'm desensitized. Oh wait, no, actually I do think I'm desensitized. I think that like there's aspects of me that haven't, like you just kind of keep it moving because unfortunately there's like, if there's a full ward of like 200 people and they're all sick and this one needs a drip, this one needs a catheter, this one needs oxygen, and then you need to resuscitate a patient, that patient doesn't survive. You can't like spend an hour like
Thinking about it.
like being in your feelings, unfortunately, because the next
You've got
patient
tend
needs to
the others.
yeah, it's actually a huge problem. So I think that like, yeah, I'm still working on that.
so you're so hyper exposed to all of it that there's just no time to
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah.
I always wondered how doctors desensitize themselves to death.
I guess you get used to it, man. Like any
Yeah,
other job.
I think you
get
think
used
about
to
it. You think about it in the sense of like a biological sense and not, I know it's like weird to say, but you think of it as a biological sense and not a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
No
Because I'm like,
feelings.
okay, the heart, the organ is no longer beating.
And if you experience like a death in your own family, do you still keep that doctor mindset where it's okay, this is just life? Or do
So
you think
it's
about it more
it's actually
spiritually?
difficult because that happened to me like last year. My uncle passed away during COVID, right? And I was actually on call that day. And I remember my dad called me, it was like 12 o'clock at midnight because he knew I was up because I was seeing patients and stuff. And like he told me, and like for some reason, I only felt it when I got home the next day.
Yeah.
Because in that state of mind, I was like seeing babies. I was still in pediatrics at that time. So seeing babies, dripping babies are being born, like you in that space. So it didn't sink in until the next day. And then like, it was just like, oh my word, like I'm falling apart.
Yeah.
But I think it has helped me deal with life in general. Like I think that I don't react negatively to things because I'm just like, yo, the next day I could be gone. So I'm
Yeah.
living life like now. Yeah.
I love that for you. I think a lot of people need to live life more spontaneously.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
That's what I would like to say. Live life spontaneously and don't
I'd
forget.
be like you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's a very
man.
26-year-old answer. You're growing up nicely.
No, it's a good answer. I appreciate that answer. It's packed full
It
of
has a
everything.
lot of weight
It's got,
to it.
it's
you
got
know?
vitamins, it's got calcium, it's got all of it. It's a healthy answer. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for spending some time with us. It's really cool having you and
Thank you.
having this chat. Yeah.
I really enjoyed this conversation, particularly the part about the pageantry.
But because
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
be in
learn, we
Moratwe
learning.
shows with like the board.
We learn because I personally have zero knowledge or appreciation of
That's
the
good though.
pageantry.
That's honestly good. I like meeting people like you because I
Yeah.
feel like all the people in my life are in that world. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's interesting to learn, man. That's dope.
about beauty.
Any last words? I know you said your thing, but now we're saying goodbye. You wanna?
Well, thank you guys for inviting me. This was very
Sure.
fun. I've never done a podcast before, so this is my first time.
We are
So
honored to have been your first.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had our first podcast virgin.
Yeah, I knew these guys couldn't let it go. Like, just leave it. She said it was the first thing. Let's leave it innocent.
I promise we will call you in the morning.
But thank you. Nah, it's really cool having you. I think it was different. And it's a lovely energy. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Anika?
I don't have much to say anymore.
Taylor?
I say a lot of
I
things.
always just tell people to come to the comedy shows. I'm like the Jehovah's Witness of stand-up comedy. If you haven't
Okay.
been, go to a comedy show. Comedy. These jokes will heal you.
Do you go to
Have you
comedy,
heard the good
Moratwe?
jokes?
I've never been to one.
Okay.
Where do I go?
Yeah,
Where's
we
the
will-
stuff?
I'll
We'll
send
hook
you
you
all
up.
the posters.
No. Hours, not all.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll send you all of Funnyness.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
They're pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, would love to have you.
I'll see you guys there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go
There
there and
we-
expect
there-
to see me perform. I'm not a comedian.
There our shift starts like of healing
Oh
with laughter.
no, that actually
boom,
works
boom.
though.
Yeah.
It really does.
You guys are like all doctors too. Doctors of the humor and doctors of the body.
But it doesn't reflect that on your CV. I want mine to say that
Also-
on the CV.
Hey, the bank balance would also never suggest.
Yeah, bank balance.
The bank balance does not suggest they are doctors of anything.
Closer to Dr. Kumalo than you are to anything else. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
And everyone who's watching, thank you, Sharp. Bye-bye.